Hey, this is the travelballdad.com. We've got a couple nice individuals here from Tourney Guy. We got Spiker Helms and Ryan Romiller coming to us from St. Louis today, guys, or Kansas City. Where are we at?
No, we're in St. Louis today.
All right, St. Louis. So we've got snow coming this weekend, but there's all kinds of good things happening on the baseball and softball and different event front. So, guys, what I wanted to do today is let our followers understand what Tourney Guy is and what you guys are doing over there in St. Louis, as well as some of the other aspects on the social media side. Can you give us a background around Tourney Guy and how it started and where it is today?
Yeah, definitely. So Tournament Guy started, who I worked for was the Rawlings Tigers, and I was the high school director, and I was dealing with 13 high school teams, rosters, coaches, parents, schedules. And when I was going through the schedule aspect of things, it was just a complete nightmare going through all the different websites and having the different tabs. And I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? There has to be a better way, a more efficient way, something that's more practical. And I came up with this idea. I was like, what happens if there was a one place where I could just search for tournaments? And so then I started doing a Google search, going into the Google machine, and I found some pretty good companies that were working on it. I thought I could do it a little bit better, add my little spice to it. And the website was born. And so now you can search for tournaments across the country. We have tons of events. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount we have grown in the last 2 years, and it's been all testament to Ryan and his social media savviness.
Social media savviness, that's his new name.
Yeah.
I had the good fortune of meeting these guys in Florida for the first time a couple years ago at a baseball youth event at Vero Beach, and they were doing a pretty cool job of running around and gaining all kinds of social media content, whether it be on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. They were doing some cool stuff, and they caught my eye.
It was absolutely fun. And like with the kind of how we got in contact, it was baseball youth, Scott Hacker, great tournament director, just got acquired with the athletics. So the events are just going to explode. But we were running around, and you know this, John, we were running around with a Snapchat, and we actually made a game out of it for the kids. And the kids were running around the campus, like trying to take pictures with each other and then doing bat flips and all of that. It was really, really fun.
That's once again taking the event and the fun that's taking place and allowing the kids to do what they do and really just accentuate what they've already got going on.
Yeah.
Well, let me take a step back. If I'm a tournament director and I'm trying to leverage your product, how does that work? So I can get my tournaments out to the masses for them to look at. How does that work?
Our product's simple. So what a lot of tournament directors will do is they'll go on to Facebook and they'll use groups, and then they'll send out their flyer. Not much traction there, which is understandable, because if you think about the end user and the person that's behind those, that's using Facebook, mom, dad, teenager, they're there to catch up with friends. They're not there to get sold to. So, but with us, we are a one-stop shop for tournament directors and coaches. So people are going onto our site to specifically search for events in the cities that they want to go to, or in their city that they normally play in. So example, like St. Louis, there's a number of tournament directors. We have St. Louis teams that search our site all the time. And it's a lot easier. And then they're probably saying, well, you're big on social media. Aren't you selling on there as well? No, we're not selling on there. We have a different approach to social media, which then brings more traffic to our site, which gives us a more qualified lead, if you want to go more business terms, a more qualified lead coming into our website.
Wonderful. You talk about social media. Outside of Tourney Guy, what are you guys doing? I know you and Ryan are pretty on top of the social media pieces. What are you doing from a service perspective to help these tournament directors on the social media front, if anyone has an idea or a need to reach out to you?
Yeah, so for a tournament director, there's a number of tactics that we could easily go with, strategies, helping you out on that end, content creation. What we kind of view it as is that if you put your tournament on our site, you automatically get publicized for free, marketed for free. And you have a very captive audience. Now, if you wanted us to go more tactical inside of your social media, we consult with directors all the time and give them little tips and tricks, and for a small nominal fee.
Gotcha. You mentioned earlier that before we began recording that you're going to be helping out with the podcast baseball event with Jim over there in St. Louis as well. Tell us a little bit about that and our followers so they can follow you as well on that podcast.
Yep. So Jim he started when we started, and I actually got in contact with him by chance through social media and through just hustle work emails going back and forth. And he was looking for guests to come on, and he had me on twice in the last 2 years. And then he reached out to me and he said, "Hey, Spike, really love what you're doing on the media side of things. I want to bring you in as a co-host." And I was ecstatic because I come from a baseball background, and I just want to give. I think kids out there, they need as much information, quality information as possible. And with my network and who I know that I'm going to be able to get more guys on there that's going to be very knowledgeable. And so it ends up being a pretty good dynamic. Jim's unbelievable show host. I mean, we recorded 2 episodes yesterday, and it was like the things that he's able to just roll off and be able to make the transitions pretty smooth is something that I can't do. But when asking the questions, it's a very good dynamic.
You know, I met him that same week that I met you guys for the first time at Vero, and great guy. Love listening to the podcast. So valuable. Just a good resource for parents and players and coaches to have at their disposal. And I'm a big fan of podcasts. I think there's so much value there, and I'm always listening to something, whether it be marketing or technology, baseball, what have you. So where can they find that podcast, Spiker?
Yeah, if you go into iTunes, type in Youth Baseball Podcast, it'll come up. Also, you can follow them on Twitter at Podcast Baseball. And they also have a Facebook page. And what we're kind of doing with that podcast is that we're obviously going to record and we're going to release an episode every week, but we're also going to add more content in there. So there's going to be video, articles that we found as we're doing the show, all of that. And he has a great team behind him. Like the guys that are there, they're very good at what they do.
And I'm sure they are. Hey, real quick, I know you got a lot going on, and I don't want to take you and Ryan away from what you're doing today. Can you give us any insight as far as upcoming things the Tourney Guy is going to begin to offer? I know you got some things that you're working on and don't want to let too much out there, but something to look forward to here in 2017?
Yeah, so the share button right now is a big thing that we're very excited about. We're very excited about the share button because one thing that parents and coaches and directors can do is that they can go onto the individual tournament post, click share, and they can actually share it through text message, email, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And
oh, wow.
It's automatic, so it's not like you have to go through your screen, switch screens, move over, copy, paste, type it in. We actually have it already preset for you. So then you can just click share, and then it goes straight to that director. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I don't know if you can see it. It actually, you just pull it up, and then you have 4 different options, and you can send it out. Like we are down in Vegas for a quick kind of a business trip-esque, and we were meeting with some directors, and one of the directors, we showed him the text message thing. He's like, "Are you serious? I can do that?"
That's cool. That's real cool. Well, Ryan, we got a 2-sentence minimum before we leave here today. What do you got going on, man? You got any instructional videos you're creating today?
Nothing today. No, probably just hang out on social media all day. Just try to drive some more traffic. I know, going into 2017, it's funny, in January, we're like, let's hit that 100,000 mark by the end of the year. We hit that 100,000 mark 3 weeks ago, and we're already crossing 130,000 here in the next 2 days.
So we might have to come out with a 200,000 video instead of 100,000.
That's crazy. So what's the website so people can find you?
For Facebook or
no. What's the website and the Facebook?
So if you go to tournamentguy.com, that's our website. And then if you want to go to Facebook, we have fun with it. It's more of like a party. It's like we were talking about this the other day. So we did the 100K video, and we sent it out. It was produced by us, content, video, everything. It was just me and him talking back and forth. And we're like, this is just like us in college, just now we're doing it on the internet and people can see it. And we're having a lot of fun with it. So if you go to Facebook, type in Tournament Guy, go right there. Twitter too. We have a pretty good following. We have more people the people don't follow us on Twitter, but they will search for us, which is fascinating by me. And then you can also follow us on Instagram as well.
And Spiker's a pretty big Snapchat guy as well, for those that are Snapchatters. And I'm not as good as he is, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But, well, guys, I appreciate your time. And hang out 1 second, and I'll stop this recording. But we appreciate you guys telling us more about Tourney Guy and how they can find you and get involved. But have a great rest of 2017. Look forward to hitting 200,000 here very soon. And that's good stuff.
Well, John, I want to thank you again for giving us access to your following and your followers, and we're just very grateful.
You're a couple guys that love baseball and having fun, and it shows. So I wish you all the success. Okay.
All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
See you.
All right, guys.
Striving for greatness isn't easy.
Here comes the pitch. Strike three, and the Central Florida Gators are national champ.
It takes patience, persistence, and time.
And the Alexander Cougars from Taylorsville, North Carolina, are your new national champions.
And while the road to get here was difficult, the clock has turned. It's now your time to shine.
Runner on third, 2 outs, the pitch.
To show the world that you are ready.
Over the shortstop, and a diving catch. And the Long Island Prospects from Long Island, New York, are your national champs.
Because the Baseball Nationals have arrived. The Baseball Nationals are coming to Myrtle Beach. Teams from around the country will collide this summer at Grand Park at Market Common, one of the nation's premier youth sports complexes, located just minutes away from pristine beaches, shopping, entertainment, and restaurants. Off the field, teams will enjoy complimentary week-long passes to Myrtle Waves, South Carolina's largest water park, plus additional passes for go-kart racing on the Grand Strand. Upon arrival, teams are greeted at the Nationals fan zone and then treated to an opening ceremony celebration that is fun for all. After 5 consecutive days of competition, the tournament culminates on Championship Thursday, which features championship games, award ceremony, team showcase, home run derby, and the All-Star Games. Players will also have the opportunity to participate in the Baseball Nationals pin trading contest for a chance to win tickets and accommodations to the Major League World Series and have the opportunity to be on game day, the Baseball Nationals daily web broadcast. And if that's not enough, everyone is invited to hit the dance floor on Wednesday night at the Nationals Glow Party. It truly is the ultimate baseball vacation for the entire family.
We had a great time. I highly recommend it to anyone out there that's looking to get a great baseball vacation. This is where you come.
What a vacation, what a trip. The whole thing it was awesome.
I'm going to say it was one of the best weeks of my life.
The Baseball Nationals, presented by Athletics. Space is limited, so register now. You have to come here.